Hey now, welcome to my video. Right, I've messed about with dating sites before and I know what it's all about, and as a man it's fucking tumbleweed, it's a ghost town pretty much, and I just wanted to see what it was like on the female side. So I created a fake account and I made one with a 6 out of 10 girl. She was on the attractive side. It proved somewhat of a point, but it wasn't a very good experiment because she was on the attractive side. She was 7 out of 10 at best, and the inbox, I couldn't keep up with it. It just explodes. As soon as you go online, it's just hundreds of messages. It's at least 30 messages an hour. So I came back and rethought what I was going to do, and I thought I'd lower my standards a little bit, lowball it, and see what I could get from that. And here's the outcome. And for y'all, I've created a wonderful little princess. I know her looks aren't everything. She might be a nice person. She might be really lovely. Everybody deserves somebody. But in this case, no, she's not. And in her About Me section, I've just taken what I've seen from other About Me sections. Some are even worse than this. Some people are just vile. And I've made her a little entitled princess. So here's the photos. At best, she's a 4. I'd probably put her at about 3. She's overweight. I should have put the age a bit higher. She's obviously not 20. She's obviously not average body type because her arms are bigger than mine and I work out. But you see that a lot on dating sites. You see big girls who put average body type, and they use all the latest photo trickery where it's all selfies from a certain angle and the body's cut out of the photo so it makes the face look thinner. Then you see the one photo at the back where it's a full body shot and it doesn't look like the same person at all. So personality daredevil, of course. Education basic high school. Profession full-time mother. It's good hours and it's good pay with full benefits, a house, the lot. So let's see her About Me. Do you want children? Prefer not to say it. Somewhat ambitious. She's got no ambition except to find a man to pay for her life. Longest relationship, over 2 years. She's got 2 children. So that says a lot. Pets, a cat. I thought that was quite apt. Okay. Where are all the good men at? Straight in with the aggression. Where are they? They're not around you. They want to leave you because you're horrible. I'm me. If you can handle that, there's the door. I've tried to make as much spelling mistakes as possible because this is a pretty typical About Me. There's so many spelling mistakes and entitlement, it's just atrocious. Don't try and control me or try and run things. I can look after myself. I'm a bit crazy, emotional, modern woman, of course. But if you don't handle me at my worst, you certainly don't deserve me at my best. What does that even mean? Is that a license to say, I'm going to be horrible? I'm just going to be an uncontrollable emotional wreck? I have 2 children who are my world. They come first before anyone. So the man who comes into her life and pays for everything comes last, basically behind the goldfish and the dog and the cat. Obviously she comes first and uses the children as an excuse to get her own way. Looking for that special gentleman. It's not all about looks, it's the personality that counts. Your personality is horrible. And later on, this is one of many contradictions. You always find contradictions in About Me. They say one thing and then they say another thing and it just contradicts each other. Not looking for catfish or lair, like most men. Straight in with a men hating. She's a liar because she said she was an average body type. Men must have something about them. Like she does, she has no job, no prospects, no education, nothing. And here's the big list of demands. Must be 6 foot tall or over. Good looking, that goes without saying. Have a good body, just like she does. I like a man with muscles. You know what? Muscles take time to acquire. You have to spend a lot of time in the gym, dedication, you have to have a good diet, you have to have some restraint with what you eat, You have to have some control over yourself. Obviously you don't, because you're fat. You have zero control over yourself. And you see this so many times on dating sites. You see fat girls want a man with muscles. It's just complete opposite ends of the scale. But women today are so entitled. They think they only deserve Cristiano Ronaldo. They think muscles grow on trees. But obviously fat girls grow on trees because there is an abundance of them. He must have a good job to pay for her and the children, because they want to go on nice holidays and she doesn't want to work. But she's a modern woman, remember? And a car to taxi her and the children around. Of course, a nice car. You can't have a banged up car. And remember, you'll be paying for all of the fuel, because she exists and has a vagina and boobs. I don't like men who take longer to get ready than me spend more time themselves than I do, because we all know she's the main priority. There's another contradiction again, because he has to work out to get muscles and she doesn't do anything. But I suppose she spends a lot of time on herself, laying on the couch and watching trashy TV, so I suppose she does spend a lot of time on herself. I like a man to take charge and look after me and spoil me. Contradiction again. You see this all the time. Don't try and control me or try and run things. I can look after myself. This one's a little less scatty. You see some really scatty ones where you can barely understand what they're saying. First date, you choose. Impress me. I like to be spoiled. Treat me like a princess. I like an old-fashioned man, but she's a modern woman. So, that's it. There's the little beauty I've made. She's a corker. Any man would be vying for her attention. Really, I'd give her an SMV of maybe a 3, at best a 2. Probably even a 1 or a 0. She's got nothing to offer. Nothing, 0, and she's horrible. She's a horrible person. And here's all the messages. You can see them flood. I've just come online and you can see me inbox has just gone insane. It's just gone insane. 908, 905, 901, 9 o'clock, 8:59, 8:59, 8:59, 8:59. It's amazing. Look at that. Every time I go online, the inbox just explodes. For that person, it just boggles the mind. If that was a guy, it would just be a ghost town. He wouldn't get anything. No interest whatsoever. But this is where I come in with my second point. Guys, you disappoint me. Stop enabling these women. Please, show some kind of restraint. I mean, obviously some of these guys, they don't really want to be with this girl. They just want to pump and dump. But with the good looking guys, way above her SMV, giving her attention just enables her. It makes her think she's way above her standard. And to her, men are just disposable items she can have at any time and just dispose of at any time. So come on guys, show some fucking restraint. Here's one. Obviously he's way above her standard. He works in financial services. He is on the good looking side. He's no slouch. Don't enable this girl, please. What is going on? Even if the guys don't look at the profile, a lot of them say hi, but they will read the profile. Here's one. How are you, beautiful? Let's have a look. Unemployed. This might be around her level. Unemployed. He's not the best looking guy. Let's have a look what he says. He likes playing Xbox, watching TV, going out nights out with no money. Might be around her level, but by the looks of him, he's a soft touch, and she would have him whipped up into a frenzy. She won't even look at him. He does not exist to her. He does not exist. He gets zero attention. He could send out 100 messages a day and never get a reply. But he's got more to offer than her, because he hasn't got 2 children in tow. Here we are. He's worked in the past, but he doesn't work at the moment due to health reasons. Mental health, physical health, I don't know. He's probably had a hard time. But as we all know, men's health is taken less seriously as women's health, especially mental health. He should just man up and get the fuck on. What a loser. Just man up, mate. Looks like he's had problems. She'd beat him down. Someone like that would just break him, kill him, throw him away, and find another guy on a dating site. Just like that, click of a finger. Then we'll have another male suicide on our hands. Hello, beautiful. Here's another one, Milton. Come on, Milton. You can do better than that. Likes his tongue out. You can do way better. Don't promote hypergamy. Howie Thomas. He's not the best looking guy, but I'm sure he could do better than the NHS. He has a job. He has a pretty decent job. Works for the NHS. He likes the gym 5 times a week. Wait, he's lying there. Cycling, running, obviously not. The only thing he lifts is a pint and a pie. But it's up to the guys to stop lying as much as the females. Guys lie about how fit they are, and then the females lie about the weight. But that's a good thing to look into, because females are better at hiding a lie, but they are inherently better liars than men. In the photos, you can see the guy doesn't go to the gym 5 times a week, cycling and running. But women trying to hide the weight in photos, it's meticulous. Every photo is well thought out. You can see they're trying to hide the weight. You can see there's something suspect in most of these women's photos. It's always hand-picked selfies, and you can see if you don't see below the neck in photos, you know she's hiding something. You know she's fat. And there's another gauge. If it's all selfies, she has pretty much narcissistic tendencies. Your eyes are unreal. I mean, men get mocked for selfies. I did a selfie and put it on Facebook. I got mocked in the comments straight away. Then I got mocked by people that don't even have Facebook, that they heard I did a selfie. And I got me friend texted us, and he heard of someone else that I put a selfie on, say, Facebook, and he mocked us for it. And you see, these women do it all the time. They've got Snapchat, and it's just selfie, selfie, selfie all day long. They take about 3 or 4 a day. It's time for a selfie. Hey, you look beautiful. And they're checking how many people look at the selfie or how many likes they get. It's just attention, pure attention seeking. And there's a lot of these women on these dating sites that use selfies off Snapchat, and if you see that, it's alarm bells really. They're pretty narcissistic and they're just begging for attention. I mean, if you want to take a photo, put the camera in someone's hand and say, if you're on a night out, and say, take a photo. Hey princess. Hey beautiful. Stiggy Bank. Let's have a look at Stiggy Bank. He's not the best looking guy. He's not too bad. He's got Insta Snapchat, obviously. Fuck's sake, I wish I was photogenic. Wait, why does... Obviously he thinks he's photogenic because he keeps taking selfies for Snapchat. They Snapchat. You can tell they Snapchats. The same old selfie for Snapchat, so obviously he does think he's photogenic. Wait, he's part of the Snapchat generation. It's just full of narcissist attention seekers. The women are the worst, and the men just... Most of the men just follow the lead. They just copy in the hopes it gets them attention off females. It rarely does. The females get all the attention. A lot of them are just cleavage shots, duck pouts, knees in bath. You see a lot of people's knees in baths. Girls in their underwear, in a mirror, doing a pose. And half of them, they send messages to your like personal inbox. It's like them in their underwear and it's in the mirror, but you can't really see. And it says, it's got a message like talk, and they put it in your inbox, but they put it in multiple inboxes. and they must just be begging for attention, because they put it in multiple inboxes, talk, and it's them in their underwear or them in bed. It's like a body shot of them on bed, and they'd like holding the camera up and taking it of the body. Whoa, I've just refreshed my inbox and it's filled up again. Just as I was scrolling around there. Anyway, these Snapchat girls, you know, they're sending out to multiple men, and it's like talk, and so they want multiple men to like say hi, so they get loads of attention off men, and then they'll handpick which men they want to talk to, or they only want to talk to one anyway, and when that one texts back, they'll talk to them, and all the others they can just cast aside. It's just like Pokemon. It's like collect them all. They like collecting Pokemon, because to them, men are disposable items to feed their narcissism and give them attention when they're feeling down. I've told many to stop putting messages in my inbox, and they act like they don't know what's going on. They act ignorant, like, oh, I didn't know. But you have to do it. You put them on the story, or you put them in people's inboxes, and you'll have to select names and then put them in their inboxes so they do know what they're doing. Here's one, Dula, only focus people please. What? Obviously she's not focused. Master's degree student, so he's studying for his masters. There he's got a job. Looks like a cool guy, ambitious. Let me surprise you. He's studying for his master's degree. Some chick should be sucking his balls right now. Someone should surprise him by having the mouth attached to his balls permanently. I mean, why lower your standards like that? Only focus people, really. I mean, he's got prospects, that guy. He's one, gym addict. So why does he want to be with her? Old photo 2014, that's not a good sign. Right, next one. Let's have a look, Sambo. Oh, this guy actually gets it. He actually gets it. But he loses points. He's kept frame, but he's lost frame by messaging her. I'm not going to spoil you, and no woman should expect to be spoiled. I'll treat you right, but I won't shower anyone with affection. It just isn't me, sorry. He said the right thing, but he should have been thinking about that internally and not messaging the girl. He's got a bachelor's degree, so he's been to uni, he's a teaching assistant, he has prospects. He's not the best looking guy, but he's got something about him. I mean, I think he sort of figured it out. He's half red pill, he's half blue pill. I'm not sure what his deal is. But it's guys like that, the average guy, who needs to smarten up and don't throw themselves at these girls like they're worth nothing. Throw themselves at girls that are worth nothing. He is worth something and she is not, and he's throwing himself at her like all the other guys. It's sickening to see. And he's more orbited as it's like looking at Facebook where you see multiple men, a female puts a photo on Facebook, and then you see the men underneath in the comments. You see the comments like stunning, gorgeous, unreal, you beautiful, gorgeous you. It's pathetic to look at. It's really pathetic. And these words become meaningless. When these ugly to average girls get thrown compliments, every single selfie they put up, every single photo, every single mirror shot, it just brings no meaning to the word. It's, if you call someone stunning, and they're obviously not stunning, and they're fat, but they're posing in front of the mirror begging for attention, you're just giving them what they want, giving them what they need. You're just pumping up their ego, and it makes the word meaningless. Stunning, unreal. The words mean nothing nowadays. Nothing. And here's where my motto comes in. Don't be a sucker for an ugly fucker. Okay, so I've made a little chart, a little graph thingy-majiggy. On the left is her sexual market value, and on the right is the male's sexual market value that are contacting her and giving her attention and calling her beautiful. So, if I would probably say she was a 2 by her attitude and her looks and her weight. and she's getting contacted by males that are at least a 7. I mean, if I scroll through, I'll find a few 7s. So a 2 to a 7, she should be getting contacted by 0 to 3s, maybe 4s, but no, she's getting contacted by 7s, and that's pumping up her ego even more, making her think that she's a higher level than she is, and she won't look at men on her level, so they get left behind. If her ego is massive, she could think she's at least a 7 if she's getting contacted by 7 males. I know some girls think they're absolutely lovely. So on the extreme case, if she thinks she's a 7, she thinks she's worthy of 9s, and will only drop as low as 5s, if that, and then the men below that in the black do not exist. They are trash, they are shit, even though they're around her level or above. And this is what we call hypergamy. So in the end, she will find she's only getting pumped and dumped by the higher grade men. They're not taking her seriously, she's not getting any commitment out of it, but she won't blame herself and her attitude and her weight, and she will blame the men. There's no good men out there, they all users, liars, such and such. So she will find she has to settle for a low grade man, even though the guys around her level or above, and this guy's life will be hell. She will resent him because she thinks she can do way better, and she's settled for this loser. So I feel sorry for the guy who's going to have to put up with that bullshit. He's going to be cooked. Oh yes, he's going to be cooked. So the moral of the story is, guys, please show some restraint. Do not feed these girls' egos. Do not throw out words like beautiful. It's disgusting. Especially girls with really shitty attitudes. Scatterbrained little tarts who think they are entitled to free stuff off men because they have a vagina and can treat men on their level or lower like garbage. And that's the end of this scientific experiment. Thank you.